I guess. Sure. Hey, you look good right there. Would you please hold that ladder where you don't fall down?
I don't want him to fall down. I can't have Ben fall down.
No, don't let him fall on you. If he goes to fall, kind of bring you.
No, I'll protect him.
You got it? Okay, cool.
Getting ready to unveil the new car.
I've learned not to even talk whenever we're in the car. I just drive.
This is not about you.
Oh, that's I don't care.
Wow. You want to go chase
I'll stand over there.
He was I mean, he showed the shot before last week.
Hopefully I talk loud enough everybody can hear me.
What? Oh, you got a big enough mouth.
That's never been a problem.
I didn't think it was. She said, you need a microphone? I don't think so. All right, you guys good?
Travis, how you doing, sir? Yeah, finally in person.
I saw you over here. I was like, I gotta get over there.
You good?
We got to talk.
All right, thanks everybody for showing up. I know it's kind of wore everybody out with me keeping this car under cover. Even Stacy hadn't seen it. But, little background, when I started on Street Outlaws with Reaper, Car Rough 460s, nobody on that list ran that. But by the time I got that figured out, how to get it down the street, everybody was already running faster. That list evolved so fast that everybody said, oh, why you guys keep doing all this? You got to try to stay on that list and stay up with it. So, for the first time, I built a car, purposely built to try to maintain that list. Reaper got to the point that the motor makes so much power that we just can't make the car work. So, all my sponsors, ATI, John Lane, come over here. You're supposed to be over here. All the guys that have helped me, Blake. All these guys you guys see standing here, Roadrunner, Chassis Engineering, Total Seal, no matter whether I was winning or losing, they've stood behind me. So we got together, we built a car. It's unlike anything anybody's ever tried. Travis Quillen has came up with a new mechanical fuel injection that's all mechanical but controlled by a Holley ECU. You got to try to figure that out in your head. It's a super cool deal. The motor's a 5-inch bore space, Brodex 632. Got a 143 Pro Charger. And like I said, all these guys have all stood and helped when, whether I won or lost, they stood there. So I want to thank all you guys for everything you've done. Appreciate it. Because without them, this don't work. Troy Green, my engine builder, he's hiding back there in the back.
I am.
Trying to hide from everybody. But I appreciate all you guys coming out. We've got a brand new show, a new series that we're doing at the racetrack with no prep. And we got Edinburgh, which is going to be the last time that I run Reaper. And we're bringing this car on to the new show. And I'm bringing it to the list on the when we start shooting season 11. So I guess you guys are tired of hearing me run my mouth. Where's Chris at? I don't even know how he's got this thing strapped down.
He's back there.
Oh, it's ready?
Hey, it's ready. All the straps are off.
You guys all want to see this thing?
Yeah.
Now it is not Reaper. The name of the car is on the hood, and I'll show you guys what the name is, and I'll say it. Chris, brother Chris. Another person that's busted his butt and put up with my crap, because every time the car did up wrong, I changed it, and he has to do something else. Nice. We filmed building this car in season 10. I don't know how much they're going to use it. The rules of the list, as everybody knows, I was building this car before the Pro Mods came out. It is an all carbon fiber car. When they pulled all the Pro Mods, I said, well, the car's done. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, you know what, I got to use these rules that nobody's ever told me. You guys have all heard me say, tell me the rules. Well, the one rule they've always said, steel roof, steel quarters. So I put steel roof quarters, and it started, the only thing left of the 69 Camaro was the dash. But I took their rules and I stretched them way, way thin. Matter of fact, they're so thin you can't even see the line. They never even knew I was building this car. Nobody has seen this car except when we had it at Bristol when we were trying to figure it out. Who's got the Allen? You got it? Come on, Travis, get up here.
You don't need me.
Travis Quillen has done this stupid cool mechanical fuel injection.
Tell them the name of the car, Jay.
The name of the car, by the way, is D's Nuts. So you do not want to get outrun by D's Nuts because you know every one of those announcers are going to have fun with that. Chief just got outrun by D's Nuts. We're waiting at the line for D's Nuts. And it says, has anybody seen D's Nuts? And
We said we were all
everybody said-
nuts for doing this,
Yeah.
and that's where the name was born
And in
from.
actuality, if you look on the side of the car, it's an insane asylum. Chris, where's Chris at? The guy that helps me, come up here. I cannot say his last name, but this is the guy that helps me, and we designed all of these cars. It's his sick, twisted head. He gets it started. I give him some ideas of how I want it to look, and he pulls it off. Here's a Pro Charge car.
Nice.
Everybody thinks I switched to Pro Charger. I've actually been a Pro Charger dealer for 15 years. I've still got a D3, one of my first Pro Chargers. It says don't start before you check the valves. We're actually going to be dyno. We've actually, Travis,
Hey,
tell these guys about this fuel injection, what you come up with.
it's just old school mechanical fuel injections controlled by the Holley EFI. So you get the best of both. You get the simplicity without all the problems, but you get the control of EFI at the same time. So when you're doing this and you got limited time and limited resources, you can't have all these whiz-bang gizmos. So we did away with the whiz-bang gizmos.
Do I?
Absolutely. Get you in the least amount of trouble. Never trust anything that's got a wire hanging out of it.
I always say they make them so smart for stupid.
Now this comes from one of the top EFI tuners on the planet. And when he said that about the wire thing, I was like, I want to go mechanical on it. And then when Travis was actually going to be mechanical, it was going to be a little bit of control. He gets to doing this system, gets to playing with it. He had this idea how to make it control. So from the time the car's on the brake to the time I drop the chutes, it is all controlled by the Holley ECU. So it's mechanical, but they're on two wires. They control this whole deal. You know, Kyle Kirker did the. When I told him what I needed for the drive, he said he sent me pictures. He said this is the biggest drive I've ever made in my life, and it is. It's huge. This 143. There's no data on it. Travis, when we were dynoing it, we at 6% throttle, it was making 6 pounds. What did it do? We actually maxed the dyno. So get up here and tell them about it. Tell them what it did.
I mean, I've messed with a bunch of Pro Charger stuff in my lifetime, and I messed with 136s and 135s and 139s, but let me tell you something about this 143. We hadn't finished flashing the converter yet. He was off the throttle, and we were at 7,300 RPM. Now, that sounds high for a 5-inch motor, but this is just a 4.5-inch stroke motor. So we're going to take this thing 8,000, 8,200. The 7,300 RPMs were making 48.5 pounds into a 630-inch motor with a great big cylinder head on it. That's a lot of air. That means something. So we're looking at mid to high 50s for boost levels on this thing. So now the question becomes control. What do we do to control it? So we got some tricks up our sleeve, especially thanks to John at ATI. He's hooked us up with some stuff that we're really, really excited about that's going to give us a huge edge with that kind of power level.
And Travis is going to be with me when we race the car. So you guys know I have some issues. This is something I've never had none. We're estimating this thing's going to make around 4,000 horsepower. So now there's some things about the car I'm not going to tell everybody, like what John Lane, when I talked to him at ATI, they built a transmission that's never been done like this one, and some of the tricks that we're going to use, the thing is this car is going to be at Lights Out in February on radials. Chad Henderson, where's Chad Henderson? Where's Chad Henderson? Chad Henderson's going to drive the car on radials because I'm not a radio guy. So at Lights Out in the sweet $1,600,000 race, Chad Henderson's going to drive the car. He's already got in it. It fit him. I don't know how. We're going to have pillows on the side because I'm a little bit wider. Kind of tighten him up in there. And we're switching the car to Tucson race. We're going to start racing the no prep deal with it. So, have I missed anything? Once again, I want to thank all the guys that helped, because without these guys getting behind us and the sponsors, everybody can talk all they want. Nobody, no matter how hard you work, it'd be impossible to try to stay up with all this stuff. And we keep going to the next level. And I told Travis and a lot of the guys, Sergio from Pro Charger, when they came down, I told them I don't want to keep going one level at a time. I want to jump way up here. I feel like we've done it. It's, you know, I had a tough time when Monty passed, but I don't, you know, Monty was about going fast. I mean, he's a blown alcohol guy. A lot of guys don't know that, but Monty's a blown alcohol guy before he was a nitrous guy. So, and he knew about this car, and I told him what I was doing. He said, well, it don't matter as long as you don't get off gas and do something and start winning. So, that's what we plan on doing. You guys got any questions? Like I said, everybody, it still has a nitrous bottle in it. I said that every car I had would ever have a nitrous. One thing Travis and I fought about was over that nitrous bottle. So that nitrous bottle's going in there. He hadn't seen it. I'm gonna sneak a purge on him when he's not looking. But that's it, guys. And when you step back and you see the stuff on the side of it, like I said, it's actually an insane asylum. Up here on the front, if you'll notice, there's a globe that this crazy looking girl that Chris used to date, I guess, is on there.
Is this the choke list back here?
Huh?
Is this the choke list back here?
That is it.
The graveyard?
That's where the
Here
names
it
go.
comes. There are no tombstones on this one, but there is a morgue on the back. And even though I haven't outran him, I'm calling Doc out. First off, he's trying to get on the grudge. He's gonna be the first one that goes in there. We'll see who chokes. So I didn't want, actually the production crew